Hi everybody, this is Rick Bailey, President at Northern New Mexico College. Today is Thursday, April the 15th. Thank you as always for tuning in to our latest video update for our college community. Several things to talk about, so I'll make it quick. First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who has participated in the team spirit activities that we've conducted. We had a big survey that went out, and then we've had a series of focus groups. Thank you to everyone who's participated. The last part of this project will be a series of workshops, a summit workshops, where we start to put some of these things into practice. Again, the whole point of this is for us as a college, particularly as we start to come back together in a more physical presence, that we are mindful of conflict resolution and cohesiveness and collaboration, all the things that make us better in service to students. So thank you in advance for participating in that. That will be the last final push, and then we'll share the report once it comes out. Second, I want to say a special thank you to the powers behind Trickster, our college's literary journal. They just had their latest edition released, and there's also a call for pieces. So no matter what it is, no matter what your media is, if you would like to participate in Trickster, please consider doing so. I want to say a special thank you to Connie Martinez, who has volunteered to be the editor for the next edition, as well as Professor Heather Winterer, who has been a perennial support for this publication. So please consider contributing to Trickster. Third, I want to talk about commencement. I know a lot of you, especially from the class of 2020 and now in the upcoming class of 2021, one of the things that I have pledged and the college has pledged is that we are going to celebrate your achievement in person once it is safe to do so. I am honored and proud to announce that we are now starting formal planning for a series of commencement activities that will take place sometime in mid-September this year to honor both the graduates of the class of 2020 and the graduates of the class of 2021. A lot more information will be forthcoming on that, but you can start thinking about that now. And we, again, as we start to put more details into this plan, you're going to have plenty of notice. And we may limit the number of people who are going to be physically present, depending on where the virus is. But we are also going to work on having an option so that others who may not be able to be there in person with you and the faculty and everyone else will still be able to participate live online as it's happening. So we have a lot of work to do to make that happen, but we're excited about that. And we're excited about celebrating you, our graduates. Let's talk about return to campus. This is a call to all supervisors on our faculty and staff. What I am asking all of you to do is to work on your own concept of what you envision a return to campus might look like. What are some of the things that you would like to do on campus as we move back? And what are we doing to make sure that we are not losing any service to our students? And then reach out to your supervisor so that we can start to coordinate as a college. There are already plans in the works for several programs to start coming back. Testing is one, Upward Bound is one, camp, high school equivalency program. So we're working very diligently to make sure that we can safely move back into an on-campus presence. This leads us to vaccinations. We've been encouraging that for a long time now, and I want to continue to beat the drum that if you have not registered yet for the vaccine, I would ask that you very, very seriously consider doing so. So far in this country, we have had 0 deaths from vaccinations, 0 in the country. And yet we've had over 560,000 who have died from this virus. So as you weigh personally the risks of the vaccine versus the virus, the numbers to me are very clear. But obviously you have to make that decision. Please consider getting the vaccine. It will not only keep you safe, but it'll keep everyone around you safe as well. Actually, one of the things that we are doing at Northern, we are partnering with colleges and universities across the state on a campaign to encourage people to get the vaccination. As you probably know, New Mexico has done better at vaccinations than any other state in the union. We're incredibly proud of that, but it doesn't mean that the work is done. We still have more to do. And so there is a campaign that our student senate, our student athletes are going to be a part of, and many other stakeholders at the college. But in order to participate, likely there'll be some more guidance coming, but it'll be about filming short videos or taking a photo with the hashtag #TakeYourShot. And that will be something that we post to social media platforms just to help us get the word out. I want to end on a serious note. And I've been doing a lot of thinking about this lately and how to say this. There are people in our society, and unfortunately there are even people in our own community who hate or profess to, let me say this, who profess to hate other people who they have never met, and they hate them for some arbitrary reason. Color of their skin, or their gender, or their nationality, or their background, or their faith. I mean, whatever the issue is, somehow there is this artificial cleavage that creates this animosity, and because of whatever that is stoking that hatred, those people will likely never meet the people who they profess to hate, and that's a tragedy. Because I'm certain that if those people got to know the people that they profess to hate and got to meet them, got to meet their families, that hatred would melt away, because then they would see them as people and not as objects, or not as some arbitrary reason to show that kind of hatred and that kind of prejudice. And that is a tragedy. So what do we do about it? Two things. First of all, we have to be the vanguards. And that is a challenge. But anytime you hear something said, even if it's a joke, even if it's not meant in a bad way, the more we accept that, the more we are silent in the face of that, the more people who actually do harbor that hatred start to feel that now there's a home for that. And they feel emboldened where they can actually profess that kind of hatred. So what we have to do as community members is draw the line and say, we don't even talk like that. We don't even share. We don't joke like that. Everyone matters, and everyone is worthy of respect. We have to be the vanguards. And second, and just as important, we have to be the role models. We have to be the role models for tolerance. We have to be the role models for love. We have to be the role models for acceptance. We have to be the role models for mutual respect. We have to do that in everything we do. And when we do that, and when we live up to the best parts of ourselves, then we can be the light that Dr. King taught us. Right? Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. We can be the light if we commit to it. And so I challenge all of us, our students, our faculty, our staff, our community, let us be the role models for others. And eventually we will drive out that hate, I'm sure of it. But that's not easy, and it takes all of us to do it. Okay. Hey, on behalf of all of us at the college, our students, our faculty, our staff, we say muchísimas gracias. Kunda woha. God bless you and everyone you love. Thanks very much, everyone, and we'll talk to you soon.